Hey everyone, welcome to BiteSizeMining, brought to you by the Bitcoin.pub. Today I want to talk to you guys about return on investment, also known as your ROI. This is a question we get all the time on the Bitcoin.pub is, how long is it going to take for me to make my money back? I'm putting money into a mining rig, I want to make my money back. So what I'm hoping to do with this video is share with you guys how I calculate my ROI, how I decide whether or not I want to invest more into mining or if I want to hold back a little bit and see how the market's playing out. So let's get started. There are three things you need to do to calculate your ROI. There's three things you need to know to calculate your ROI. The first thing is, what is your investment amount? Set an amount, okay? If without knowing the amount, it's impossible to calculate your ROI. So take the time and calculate how much money you're going to invest into mining. Second, you need to know what your daily earnings are. And third, you need to know what your expenses are, also known as mostly your electricity bill. So again, back to number one. The number one is your investment amount. So for this example, we're going to use $4,000 as our investment amount. Again, I cannot stress to you guys enough to set a budget for yourself. Set a budget, go shopping online and check out what units that you want to purchase and what equipment you want to purchase and get an investment amount and set it. The second thing you need to do is you need to calculate your ROI. And that is where you need some outside help to show you what to do. That outside help for me is either whattomine.com or I also use NiceHash. So let me show you both of those real quick so that you can see how I look at these websites and figure out what I could earn daily. So here we have whattomine.com. And whattomine.com is very complicated in my eyes if you're a newbie. If you're a newbie, you look at this screen and you say, wow, there's a lot of stuff on here. I just don't know what all of it means. So if you're a newbie, I would say check out NiceHash. NiceHash, if you scroll down to the bottom, nicehash.com, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the profitability calculator. Their profitability calculator is very easy to use. Okay, you just select which GPU you want, and then you put in your electrical costs. For us, it's 12 cents per kilowatt hour. You hit calculate, and it gives you this very nice, easy to read table. So here we're looking at $2.63 of income per day, an expense of about 43 cents a day in electricity, and so you're looking at a profit of about $2.20. So now you've looked at your expenses being one, your electricity, and two, you can see already what your profit could be. So your daily earnings, again, for this, and we're just looking at the earnings, we're not looking, and when I say earnings, we're looking at the full income. We're not taking out your electricity bill just yet. We're only looking at your income. And we're going to go into your profits, which is down here. We're going to go into that in just a second. But first I want to emphasize that your income would be $2.63. That's today. Also, NiceHash, what they do is they average it among different people and how they're mining. So we all know that GPUs aren't equal. You have different people overclocking them at different speeds and consuming different amounts of electricity. What I say is this gets you in the ballpark, okay? So now we've looked at your daily earnings. Let's think about your daily expenses. Your daily expenses are going to be your electricity, your cooling, and possibly if you're doing more than one rig, you're probably looking at rental costs for maybe an office space or a colo location. So what I like to do is I like to calculate my electricity costs myself. And how I do that is I take the amount of electricity that my rig could use, and I figure out my daily kilowatt hour, and then I calculate it all out based on my unit rate of electricity. So let me go through that with you here, and I'm going to bring in just a standard calculator for you guys to see how I do this. So let's say that you have a computer that is running about 1500 watts. Okay, so that's a good size power consumption or power unit for a 6-rig GPU, maybe even a 7-rig GPU. Okay, so let me say that we have a 1500 watt power supply. All right, now we're going to run that mining rig for 24 hours. So we're going to multiply it by 24 for 24 hours, and that gives you 3600. Now calm down, that's 3600 watts. Okay, so we need to divide it by 1000, and that gives us 36 kilowatts per hour, or not per hour, but kilowatt hours. Okay, so now you can go to your electricity bill and look and see how much money you've got to pay per kilowatt hour. So if I multiply this by the kilowatt hour, which for us is 12 cents, that's $4.32 per day. If I multiply that by 30 days, I get $129.60. So that's over a month. But we're only looking for a daily amount. Okay, so daily we're looking at $4.32. Now you can still see it on the nice hash there. It's $2.63 a day is your income. That's for one unit, guys. So we're going to look at it for 6 of these things. Let's say we're going to run 6 of these GPUs on one rig. So you're going to take $2.63, multiply it by 6, and then subtract out your daily expenses. And for this, we're only calculating it as what could be your electrical consumption. So you're looking at $11.10 per day as your daily profit. Now, what I want to go back and talk about is cooling. How do we calculate cooling? Now, it's very difficult to calculate how much your cooling costs are going to be if you're in a house. If you're in an office like we are, where we have a dedicated unit, then we know that unit is running 24 hours a day just to cool those units. If you're running one of these rigs, I would say that the amount that you just calculated, the amount that we just calculated, the $4.68, I would say that has a built-in cushion for taking into account the cooling costs. And the same thing, if you're only running one rig, you're more than likely just using it at your house. So we will ignore the rental costs. So how often do you think you should calculate your ROI? Do you think it should be a daily task, a weekly task, a monthly task? Well, once you get the rig up and running, you're going to have real data. You're going to know what you are really bringing in as a profit, and after a month, you're going to know what you really are spending in electricity cooling costs. So I recommend that you calculate your ROI, recalculate your ROI either weekly or monthly. And the reason why, again, is because as the difficulty changes for mining, you're going to experience dips, you're going to experience high points, and you're going to want to track all of that. And you're going to want to know, are you tracking with your originally projected ROI? So that's my reason. The other reason why is because the price of the coins go up and down. As you saw in the example here, we used US dollars as our example and not Bitcoin. So when I say that the prices change, we're watching the price of Bitcoin go up and down, or even the altcoins that you may mine, we're watching those go up and down. And so your ROI, you're looking to make your dollar amount back. Let's say you're trying to make your dollar amount back, not your Bitcoin amount. That's for another time. But let's say you're just trying to make your dollar amount back. You're looking at the ups and downs every day in the price and the difficulty of mining it and your profitability every day. So I really highly recommend you keep track of what your daily earnings are, and you recalculate your ROI weekly or even monthly. Thanks for joining me here at BiteSizeMining. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, or you can check us out at thebitcoin.pub.